In this video, we are going to talk about the prevention part of our kind of cleaning files. This does go a lot with the AU presentation. That's one big file. There we talk a lot more in detail about prevention and why we're even talking about this particular video. But I wanted to take some time because it's fairly difficult to explain the prevention part, and what we're talking about, if you were in that class, is the software settings and the file settings as well. So we're talking about ACAD Lisps and acaddoc Lisps. Those are the two ways that as CAD managers we can prevent a lot of things from happening. So the first thing we're going to talk about is acaddocs or acaddoc Lisp. And ACAD and acaddoc Lisp are programs that automatically run per CAD standards inside of AutoCAD. This will help you run a lot of things. And you heard coding, and if you're like me, you go, oh crap, I'm not going to listen to a word he's going to say. But if I can do it, trust me, you can do it. So take a deep breath. We'll go through step by step, and we'll start creating an acaddoc in this video and an ACAD Lisp in the next video. So since we're talking about acaddocs, we're going to talk about programs that run with every file that you open. This file I use to do a lot of cleanup. So everything we talked about in the cleaning series, purging, auditing, editing scale lists, we can do that right here and have it automatically do that whenever you are opening up a drawing. So let's start by making the file. Here we are in our prevention. I'm going to right click on the blank spot and go to new. Here I'm going to scroll down to text document, and I'm going to name it acaddoc, and I'm going to replace the txt with lsp. Yes, I want to change the extension of it, and now we have a Lisp application already created. Now there's nothing in it, but we already have it created. Boom, already started this process, right? So let's talk about how we start writing things in it. If you haven't seen this tool, it's very useful, this Visual Lisp Editor. It's within your ribbon, Manage, and then Visual Lisp Editor. If you select that, it will bring up Microsoft's Visual Studio. This is an amazing way to edit and test your Lisps as you are creating them. So as you create them, you can test them. So let's open up this file, this acaddoc, right inside of our Visual Studio here. So we may have to run it this way. Yep, let's do it this way. Here we are with our acaddoc Lisp open. Now what do we place in it? It's simply what commands you want to start running. So a great example would be purge, right? So if we want to run purge command, we'll need to then say command, right? We're going to type in command. Alright, what command do we want to put? Purge. Alright, after I type in purge, what does the command line ask me? Oh, do I want to purge all? Yes, I'll purge all, so I'll type in A for all. Then there's a star, And then do I want to look at all the names in? So what I just typed here is literally what we're going to type in the command line. And I'll show you what I mean. If I place this right here, I'm going to minimize this, and then I'm going to run that same purge command. Purge. Oh wait, it's a command line, so I really do need to add that dash to it. Then I will say, oh look, I want to type in all, A for all, star for enter names, and no for verify each name. I'm going to scroll up our command line here, and then I'm going to go back to our Visual Basic Editor and look at it. So what I typed here in our command line is exactly what I typed here, right? Dash purge. Oh, I need a dash. Dash purge. A for all, star for name, and N for reviewing each one. That's writing Lisp. Now we just have to do a little bit of editing so that we can speak the computer's language. Every keystroke you have really needs to have a parentheses around it. So purge needs parentheses, A needs parentheses, so does star, and so does N. And of course, if we're speaking the computer's language, we need to wrap this up in a nice bow. So we're going to put the entire thing in brackets, so it's nice and closed. We're saying this is what I want you to run. Command dash purge A star N. We're done. So now that we have it here, let's run this lovely command. And all we really need to do is hit the run command, and then it will select what we need at the top. So let's run and test this program. So let's run. It's looking for a program to run it with. And I've already ran it inside. You can see that it referenced it here. Now let's see if it actually ran it in the computer or in the software itself. So I'm going to scroll up. There's where we placed all of our information. And that was the last time we did it. So that's great. It looks like our command worked just fine. Now I want to add yet another command to it. And it's simply, I will just stack it right there. And in the handout that the handout within the class, I've already created a couple of quick things you can use. So for example, here's audit. Run through the entire thing for audit. Here's the tire command for scale list edit. And here is the tire command for even overkill. Now, these are ones that are used constantly, so I've got it here. Let's run it and see how well it works. Run and debug. Looks through a system and done. Nice. It ran all of our audits. It ran all of our purging. It even ran overkill, which was not needed because there's nothing in this drawing. Removed all the scales we're not using. Very nice. Cleaned up our file easily. What's great about this is you're able to do this without your end users knowing. And we'll get to that in a second on how to have their software run this. But I wanted to take a few minutes and show you how to create an acaddoc Lisp that we can run later. Next video, we're going to talk about acad Lisp and run some of the security measures that we talked about.